Oh darling, if I had bought you flowers, would you still be here by my side? Yeah, I thought this moment could be ours, while I'm walking on you through the night. You can break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart. You should fucking stay with him. You should fucking stay with him. Darling, if I had bought you flowers, what if you stayed at home the night? Yeah, I've been lonely counting hours, while I'm getting blinded by the light. You can break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart. You should fucking stay with him. You should fucking stay with him. Break my bones, break all the promises, but leave me alone. Don't break my heart.
Hello, it's been a long, long time. Can't get you off my tired mind. Shadow, let the tape rewind and finally ease my anxious eyes. Oh no, I feel you creeping in. My body bleed in sin. I'm drowning. Heaven, can you save me now from these thoughts inside my head? God, you are the devil running through my mind. I can't get on your level. I swear to God I tried. I am not under your spell. Turn around and get ahead. You cannot be anymore. Oh my God, you are the devil. Shadow, will you hold my hand when my demons come to take me? Gallows, try to kill the soul that I fought so hard to save. Hallowed by my love for you, always stop.
All right, let's do this thing. Good evening, everybody, or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be watching this. United States Grand Prix is, and it's live. We're locked for a 56 lap belter here today at Texas. There are a couple of, actually no, I say there's a couple. There is one thing to say pre-race, which is George Russell has decided, after crashing in qualifying and ruining everyone else's chances of improving their positions, primarily Verstappen, who could have got pole, and Checo, who could have been top 5, he's decided to start from the pit lane. So Russell will be P20 in the pits. Also, I want to quickly say, it's very dark at the moment, as you can see on my webcam, and the lighting is awful. The reason is my massive light, which I usually have on, has passed away peacefully, but it has passed away. So this will have to do for now. I know it's a bit crap. I've literally got like a very cheap lamp I've had for years, and I'm just using that. It's very crap. But yeah, we'll just have to make do today until I can get a new like switch thing. I need to make some adjustments real quick. Oh my god, please. Honestly, Streamlabs OBS is by far the worst thing to, like, try and move stuff on. It is awful. But yeah, we're here. The formation lap is going to start in about 8 minutes' time. The risk of rain for today's race is 0, so a completely dry race. I think I might actually put on Sky Sports for today, just so I've at least got something to watch. I mean, it is like 30 seconds delayed, but yeah, at least I can watch something rather than just the live timing. So yeah, let's just do this thing. I'm a bit low on energy today. I've been very, very busy. When I say busy, I don't mean like doing other stuff. I mean, shut up! I've been so busy, like, making content today. I've done so many videos for the next couple of days. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. If I'm a bit down on energy, that's why, but who cares? Now, where shall I put the Sky Sports broadcast? I'm going to put it... Oh, this is crap. Put it up here. I'll have to make it really small, which is a bit cringe, but sure. I know what that'll have to do. I don't think there's anything else to go over before we begin. I suppose I could jot down some predictions real quick. I'm not against it. Let's... Well, that's a weird reflection. Oh, anyway. Right, so my qualifying prediction was very stinky. I didn't even look and see how many I got right, but it wasn't a lot. It was probably 1 or 2. So let's go for a Verstappen win. I'm going to go Sainz second, Norris third, so the sprint top 3. I'm going to say Piastri 4th, Leclerc 5th, Perez 6th, and then we'll go Alonso 7th, Hulkenberg, no, actually not Hulkenberg, Tsunoda 8th, and then let's do something fun. Let's go for... Oh, Hamilton, actually no, let's do Hamilton 8th, Tsunoda 9th, no, Magnussen 9th, Tsunoda 10th. There you go. So my top 10 for today's race is Verstappen, Chile, Norris, Pastry, Charlie, Checo, Fernando Alonso, Lewis, can't say his nickname because I realised what it actually meant, K-Mag, and Tsunoda is my top 10 for today. We'll see how many of those I get correct. We have 5 minutes until we begin, and I am looking forward to this race. It's just nice, you know, F1 being back after... what, 3 weeks without it? I never realised how, like, boring the weekends got without it. I mean, especially because, well, I'm an F1 YouTuber. It's, you know, my only thing. I do exclusively F1 stuff. It definitely felt a bit empty without, you know, F1 every week or two. And I still don't understand why they had a 3-week break. I don't see a reason. I think it's just bad scheduling, because what we had is we had a 4-week break, which we always have. It's the summer break. And then Zandvoort, Monza, Singapore, Baku, 3-week break for no reason. And then it gets even wackier, because now we have a triple header in the Americas. So obviously Texas, then Mexico, then Brazil, I think in that order. And then we have a 2-week break, and then there's, you know, Qatar, Vegas, and Abu Dhabi. But it might be 2 weeks Qatar, 2 weeks Vegas, 1 week Abu Dhabi, I think, but I might be wrong. I hope Russell has a stinker as well. I hate him so much. Like, I genuinely do. I can't get over my hatred for that. Not like, I suppose not him, but like his driving, if you will. Don't know what the strategies are going to be today, but you can see what tyres people are starting on. Every single person is on new tyres. We've got the top 12 on mediums. We've got Stroll on the hards, Albon on the mediums, Colapinto on the hards, Bottas on the mediums, Hamilton on the hards, Zhou Guanyu on the mediums, and then Lawson and Russell on the hards. So like every other tyre there is hards. You know, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium. That's quite cool. I think it, would it be a 2-stop? I think it might be a 1-stop, just medium hard, which, you know, for a 56-lap race, it just shouldn't be. It should be a minimum 2-stop. Yeah. This lighting is really bad, isn't it? I got an idea, actually. I don't really want to do this because I want to use my phone. Just throughout, like, just doing stuff. But what if I put this here and use that as, like, a platform, and then put level 1 flashlight on and do this. Actually, what about level 3 or level 4? I mean, that kind of works, I guess, but I do have the shining brightness of death of my phone's flashlight just screaming into my eyeballs. But that actually does work. And if I sort of like, I can't really tilt the lighting, I have to just sort of leave it like that. But that works, it's just I've now got a shining brightness of death in my face, which might be bad for my eyes, but you know, we'll just stick with it for now. So we have just under a minute until we begin, and then what I'll also do is I'll make these lights white, which I don't think make much of a difference, but I might as well try something to... Well, actually, that does make a difference. There, there's white, there. Yeah, that does make a difference, but I definitely can't use my phone torch, because that is just literally blinding me. What if I did, like... Hang on. What if I use my... Oh, God, yeah, that's not normal. Right, hang on. Just trying to figure out the lighting, because it is so bad. Oh, that looks quite good. If I could have it like that, but I can't. Yeah, that's nice, but I can't do that. So you can see the formation lap is now underway. And let's do this thing. How can I... Oh, you know what? We'll just sack it off. You put this back on. It's a good idea, and it would have worked if I could get my phone, like, up there somewhere. But, I am soon going to be trying to invest in a studio light, put it in my back corner over there, and then I can have really nice lighting on me. Because that's the thing, if you have lighting from, like, the left, you can see, like, the flare of the light sort of here, and it looks shit. But if you have it from, like, directly behind the camera, it actually looks alright. So, yeah, anyway, let's forget about that. We need to focus on Formula 1. So, of course, Russell doesn't get to partake in the formation lap because he is starting from the pit lane. Lando Norris already approaching the end of Sector 2. He is multiple seconds ahead of Max Verstappen on the formation lap. He is not playing around. Now, realistically, you don't really want to be far ahead. You really don't, because, you know, obviously, you're doing a formation lap to heat up your tyres, and then, you know, if you're just sat on the grid for, like, longer than you should be, your tyre temperature's gonna go. So, it'll probably back the field up soon. But yeah, he's not playing about today. I kind of rate that. I do wish I could have the audio on for Sky Sports, but
A great job.
you can hear it. I think I can get away with, like, just do that, because that... I think the minimum is 7 seconds. That should be fine. I won't get DMCA'd, which did happen once. I was doing a live stream of this, but I was showing the official F1 live timing, and they actually just suspended my Twitch for 30 days. And I had to take like a copyright exam, even though I do know how copyright works. It's just... I'd been doing it for like 6 months up until that point, and they only caught my most recent stream, so that's just bad moderation from F1, really. So Norris is lining up on the grid now. I noticed that the start-finish, like, line... Like, the drivers are lining up there, but the start-finish line is actually further back, which is quite interesting. There you go, Lando's lining up, followed by Verstappen and Chile and Charlie. It's sad they are breaking apart, them two, and obviously Sainz is going to Williams, because Chile and Charlie, it's such like a fun, like, duo nickname. Like Chile and Charlie, or Charlie and Chile, whichever one is ahead in the drivers. Checo now lining up as well, followed by Tsunoda and Hulkenberg. Nicole Hulkenberg. And, well, where's Gasly? Wait, Gasly finished 6th! That is a very underrated performance by Gasly. I feel like no one's really taken notice of that. That is incredible. And the Haas is better. Hulkenberg was getting unlimited amount of praise for his qualifying lap, which netted him 6th in the sprint quali. The Alpine is slower, and he's 6th. Well done him. Liam Lawson now lining up at the back of the grid, and very soon we will see the mystery man with the green flag waving by, and we are about to begin any second now. You'll see the cars drifting off into turn 1. Here we go. And they're off! Come on then. United States Grand Prix has begun. Lando Norris, I think, has actually survived turn 1 without losing places. Tsunoda losing a place to Hulkenberg. Hamilton already getting past Valtteri Bottas. Fernando Alonso dropping down to... I don't even know what happened there. Someone is off. Esteban Ocon is off. Esteban Ocon has spun down at turn 1. And Leclerc... What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Huh? I wasn't even looking. How is Leclerc winning? Wait, what? Wait, I need to watch this on Sky Sports. How is Charles Leclerc winning? Plus 3 places. Verstappen 2nd. Norris has lost 3 places and is now down to 4th. What happened? Into turn 1, Verstappen sends it up the inside of Norris, they push each other off, and Leclerc does a switchback and goes down the inside. What a move! What a move! Alonso down 3 places, Perez and Tsunoda gain 1, and so does Magnussen. Hamilton up 5, Lawson up 5, Albon down 4. Holy moly macaroni! That was an insane first couple of corners. That was genuinely nuts. Leclerc already has a 1.4 second lead as Carlos Sainz is giving it some on Verstappen. He's just trying to do the switchback, I think, through the second U-bend. He doesn't get it off, though. Verstappen stays second. But Charlie, come on. I like that from you. I love that from you, in fact. 1.5 seconds already. I'm spitting everywhere. I apologize. There's just too much passion going on. Yuki Tsunoda also overtaking Sergio Perez up into P8. Holy moly. So Leclerc crosses the line to begin lap number 2 in this race. Russell and Albon fighting. And yeah, Leclerc's gone. 1.5 seconds ahead from Verstappen, half a second back is Sainz, 0.7 of a second back already is Norris, and once again, Lando Norris is on pole and loses places, but this is even worse because he started 1 place ahead of his title rival. Now, he's 2 places behind. That's really bad for him, and he is a shit driver, as we know. But that's especially bad. So round the... Could you call it a hairpin? No, you couldn't really, could you? Round the slow corner, down to the back straight. So obviously Verstappen will have no DRS. Sainz will have DRS. Will he go for it? Into the end of Sector 2 as he sent it. I think he sent it, you know. He has gone for it. Has he got the place? I don't think he does. So he doesn't get the place, but they are still fighting away. Now, around these U-bends, the switchbacks are especially quite powerful. Like, they are very, very strong. And I think Sainz has done it again. He is trying really hard to get past Verstappen, but he just can't do it. George Russell overtaking Alex Albon up to P18. Hamilton, I think, is all... Oh, no, he hasn't made a place up. I thought he got past Stroll, but he done that earlier. So Leclerc rounds the final corner to start lap number 3 with a 1.3 second lead. Backwards, we have Verstappen with a 39.9, sets the fastest lap, immediately gets taken by Sainz. Hamilton and Hamilton? What's happened to Hamilton? Wait. Hamilton's off. My chat is in the way. Hamilton is off. I repeat, Lewis Hamilton is off. And is that going to be a red flag? Or is he just spun and is he back underway? Has he done the same thing that his teammate did? I'm going to try and get some recon for you on the Sky Sports broadcast. There is still no red flag. We are still racing. But there is still yellows. No, Lewis Hamilton into the gravel. Can't get back going. That's going to be a red flag. Jeez Louise. Come on, Mercedes. What are you doing? Russell does it in qualifying. Now Hamilton does it in the bloody main Grand Prix. And that is going to be a red flag. Well, it's a safety. Actually, no, not what. I'm an idiot. It's just not a red flag, is it? It's not qualifying. It's a safety car. It's what it is. A safety car is now out. But, whew. What a first couple of laps. Leclerc with a switchback goes from P4 to... Was it? Yeah, P4 to P1. Lando goes from P1 to P4. So Leclerc and Norris switch. Tsunoda up 2 ahead of Checo. Alonso down 3. Hamilton was up 5 places, but then drops back down because he went off into the gravel and he is out of this race. I don't see a replay of that because is that just him being a shit driver and being washed? And this actually might be Lewis Hamilton's worst ever race weekend. That's obviously a joke. He's had worse. Or sarcasm. But yeah, goes out in Q1 in P19 and then crashes out, I assume, by his lonesome. On lap 3. So the safety car is now coming out, of course. We shouldn't see anyone stopping. There's no reason to. I want to look at a replay, though, of Hamilton going off. He's hitting the pose. He's hitting the disappointed pose. No, we're going to look at a replay of the race start instead. Okay. I should probably move... Actually, no, I'll make my Twitch chat a little bit smaller. Just because no one ever types in it, first of all, and second of all, because of that, it actually blocked me seeing Hamilton go off. So, yeah, we're going to move that, and we move. So I believe it is lap 4 now, right? Yeah, cool. So, our biggest gainer so far in this race is Liam Lawson with +6 places. That's very impressive, almost out of nowhere for Liam. And our biggest loser is Esteban Ocon and Alex Albon, who actually pit, so he might have a bit of damage, because there's no reason to stop this early. We'll see what tyres he comes out on. I assume it's going to be the hards until the end. No, it's actually going to be medium tyres, so he's going for a 2-stop. But of course, it's the safety car, so he will catch back up, but then of course he will be P20, or P19 actually, because obviously Hamilton's out. I believe, yeah, Ocon obviously spun, so that's why he's there. And, yeah, nice. But yeah, still unbelievable from Leclerc. Actually, I just got some recon here. I believe... Okay, never mind. Sky Sports is going to be broken. I believe Albon actually clotted into Ocon. So round turn 1, and he does. He clips Ocon's rear tyre and sends Ocon round. And that's why he was so slow. And there it is. Gasly and Piastri getting extremely close as well. And now we can see a replay of what happened to Lewis Hamilton. So yeah, completely on his own, chilling on the hard tyres, goes round, and then the rear just goes. And that was it. Gone. Adios, amigos. Team radio.
Yes.
You couldn't hear that. He said, sorry, guys. You're right, Lackey. Hamilton, appropriate reaction. Sorry, guys. What an idiot. Bro's washed. He should retire. Bro's 39. He's way too old for this. It's a joke. Relax. So, how long is this safety car going to be? How's it going? Pretty good. This race has been extremely exciting so far, even though we're only like 4 laps in. But it is a bit crap as well, because my lights broke, so now my lighting's just rubbish. But yeah, apart from that, everything's going very swell. Probably 4 laps? Yeah, maybe. I mean, they will have to get the crane out, of course. I am Batman. Good for you. Oh, the crane's already out. Fair play to them. They've already moved his, got his car moving. Okay, so it might only be like a couple of minutes and we'll be back underway. Excellent stuff. I don't mind the odd safety car, but, you know, the actual, impact that caused the safety car is fun. Waiting around for the safety car to go back in is just tiresome. What did I miss? So Lando went into turn 1. Verstappen sent it up the inside, pushed Lando and himself off. Leclerc done a switchback and got past all of them. And then Lando had oversteer and lost the place to Sainz. There you go. And also Hamilton crashed on his own, just for no reason. So there you go. You're all caught up. That's basically what's happened. How dirty was it? Not really dirty at all, to be honest. It didn't crash into him or anything. It's just, I think Verstappen, kept it on the line. But then Lando was like, well, no. So he just stayed beside him. I think it was a bit similar to, who was it? Wasn't it Alonso and Kimi Raikkonen in 2021 when they got, really close around turn 1? I think it was like this. Let's have a look. So Verstappen actually kept it on track, but pushed Lando off. So I don't know. And then that is Sainz sending it on Verstappen. Okay, that's dirty. Sainz sends it up the inside of Verstappen and they both go off track. Yeah, that's just bad racecraft, if anything. Bro just braked way too late and went off. Can't be doing that. Watch him complain as well. Numpty. So I believe the safety car is now coming in because it's all gone. And Leclerc's gone very early. That is extremely early for Charlie. We are on lap 5, right? Yes, we are. Good to know. Right, so lap 6 gets underway. The safety car is in. And we are away. Will we see any overtakes going into turn 1? Perez is an absolute stinker of a restart. He's way behind Tsunoda. Being a Lando fan is really difficult at the moment. I'm not surprised. Because he's a shit driver. He is more of a bottle job than Arsenal FC. And that's quite tricky to do. Liam Lawson making the move on Lance Stroll, getting up to P12. He's a fucking blinder so far. Where's P12 plus 7 places? My goodness, what a driver. Anyone else getting close? Not really. At the back, it's very scary. Russell's been a bit quiet so far. Oh, Lance Stroll loses 3 places. That's normal, to be honest. But yeah, Russell's been very quiet. He's overtaken a car that's got damage, a car that spun, and then his teammate that retired. Who's probably going to win? I think Leclerc definitely has the pace to win. I think it's between... If there's no, safety cars or red flags with unlucky or lucky timings, I think just if it stayed like this, they just stayed out, done their strategies, I think it's between Leclerc and Verstappen. Realistically. But, I don't know. Sainz is in there, Norris is in there, but Leclerc's pace is stupid. Bro's already got that DRS out. Bro's already 1.3 ahead. He's just great, isn't he? I mean, they looked very good in the sprint race. I think their quality results have been a bit stinky, but their race pace is stupid. So Leclerc sets the fastest lap of 38.9. Well done, lad. Verstappen 1.3 behind, a 39.7. Sainz a 40 dead. Norris a 40.6. No one really cares about lap times because it's the safety car restart lap. Verstappen has caught larger... Oh, definitely. I'm just saying Leclerc's pace seems extremely good. I mean, in like half a lap, Verstappen can be within that second again. It's just at the moment, you know? Everyone's pushing each other off at the back of the grid between Russell, Ocon, Albon, and Stroll. They just... I don't understand why these F1 drivers are so bad at racing. That is incredible. Hope Ferrari doesn't mess up the strategy. It's pretty difficult to mess up because I believe it's a one-stop. The only thing they've got to look out for is an undercut/overcut, but I think they'll be okay. I think they're fine. So down the back straight, Sainz looking for it on Verstappen. Not going to happen. I think Hulkenberg's trying to fight Alonso. It's pretty difficult to see because there's so many cars together there. One thing I don't like is Checo Perez's pacifist route to racing. He should already be P6, but for some reason, he only tries an overtake if there's a 100% chance he makes it stick. Which it never really happens. I mean, most drivers will just send it up the inside of Tsunoda, get the move done, especially in a much faster car like the Red Bull. But no, he will just wait and wait and wait until the very last moment. Remember 2022? Oh, I remember 2022 very well. Monaco comes to mind. Probably got traumatized during the first few races, probably. Oh shit, I forgot to update the lap counter. Right, so Verstappen looking good to set the fastest Sector 1, which he does at 26.8, which of course the sector times don't mean a whole lot because he's gone faster than Leclerc, but the gap's got bigger. Get Perez out of Red Bull? No, keep him the fuck in. There is only one thing that rattles me. There are two things that rattle me in this world. Saying that West Ham is shit and saying that Checo Perez should leave Red Bull. Those will rattle me, and I will get your ass out of here. Anyway, down the back straight, no one's... Oh, the gaps are getting quite big very quickly. 1.5, 1.8, 1.1, 2.2. No one really looking for an overtake, I think. Maybe... Nah. Nothing going on. Hope I can sort out that light tomorrow, because it's really bad. Why do I like orange? I don't like that. I'm scared Leclerc is going to push too much. That is a very... what's the word? Appropriate feeling. Leclerc has done that, but he knows what he's doing, let's be honest. He gets risky with tyre management. He definitely does, but yeah, I think he's fine. Whether he will go on and win this race is a different question, but, like, keeping his tyres okay and running a decent race, he can do that. And yeah, I mean, that lap, maybe you are right and he's pushing his tyres. The lap times are very wacky at the moment of 30.39.3, 40.1, 41 dead, 40.4, 40.6, 41 dead. Lap times are very strange. But yeah, also, sort of just out of nowhere, Zhou Guanyu's 13th with 5 places gained. I'm not being funny, but you are letting the worst driver on this grid by a mile be P13. Alright, cool, whatever. 2.5 second gap for Charlie. Sets the fastest Sector 1 of anybody so far as well. Nicely done. And I think we're gonna get into a bit of a chill area of this race because the gaps are getting bigger. There's no one really going for overtakes. Everyone's just kind of vibing. Actually, we might see one here. Liam Lawson up the inside of Alonso. Maybe, potentially. No. To be honest, anyone would have the worst driver on the grid in a Sauber. Yeah, you're not wrong, but I just think Zhou Guanyu is especially bad. I mean, you put, like... Obviously, you put the top drivers in that car. They'll make it look fast. Although Bottas ain't really doing that, and I consider him a top driver. But I don't know, I just think Zhou Guanyu is way too often, like, half a second behind 19th in 20th. He had a really good rookie season. I don't really remember it. I know he scored points on his debut and was with Bottas most of the season, but obviously still lost quite badly in the head-to-heads. But I don't really remember. To be honest, I don't even remember what happened last race. I'm trying to remember what happened in... When was his debut? 2022, I think. Or was it 23? Surely it's 22, no? Oh, and as I say that... You see what I mean? You see? I told you. That's just what he does. Zhou Guanyu spins, and he's now P19. There you go. It was 23. Okay, so it's his second season. You got to give him a chance still. I do think Bortoleto should be in that Sauber next year. But, you know, 2 years ain't a lot of time. But yeah, as I'm talking about how crap he is, he spins. I assume he spun anyway. And he's now P19. Should we get a prime view of it here on the Sky Sports broadcast? Way! What an absolute tosser. Round turn 1, loses the rear. Nothing happened. He just lost it. That is actually incredible timing. The fact that I said how like bad he is, and I'm talking about as I say that he spins round turn 1 is hilarious. Leclerc as well. Ugh. Oh, that's not 10. That's 010. Already 3.5 seconds ahead. We just have to hope, like you brought up earlier, we have to hope that he's not burning the tyres out a bit too much. We can hope. Charles is scary. It is scary. It is very scary. It's like, oh, when was it? I don't remember, but it was, because, I mean, for those that, I mean, you've probably realised by now, but the only driver I actually support in F1 is Checo Perez. I forgot what race it was, but he was going, like, scarily faster than usual. And I was scared, like, don't tell me he's just giving it the full beans and not thinking about the tyres. And I don't think he actually was. I think he was just quick. It might have been Hungary this year, actually, but that's just a guess. But yeah, we can hope that Leclerc's tyres aren't going... too off. Last to P1, I think. No, I wasn't even watching F1 then. It wouldn't have been that. It was something recently, but anyway. So yeah, Leclerc 3.7 ahead. The sector times still don't look bad. I mean, he was a 10th up in Sector 1. Sector 2's come through a 39.8. And then Verstappen is going to do a 40 dead. So again, another 2 tenths. But you'll be able to see if he's falling off all of a sudden because, well, obviously, you'll see the sector times just go down drastically. But if he goes on to win this race, that is a fucking incredible performance, really. I mean, just getting it done through turn 1, the switchback was insane. Liam Lawson fighting Alonso for P11, and I think he's actually got that move. And he has. Liam Lawson, take a bow! I want him to do crap, not because I love Ricciardo. I don't. I couldn't care less that he's out of F1. He was a crap driver. I just want to see the Twitter feed that day, or those couple of days on Twitter, when everyone is like... I think it'll be a fantastic day. If say like Liam Lawson crashes in every single race until the end of the season, it'll be such a blissful day. The hate for that, no, it isn't hate. It's just, I like him, but he's not good enough to be here anymore. I mean, it is out of order what they did to him, like, not really giving him a proper send-off. But it's like, he's shit. I mean, if I was the team principal, I would have waited until the end of the season. And I might have even given him the next half a season. Daniel's downfall hurt. Oh, it fucking did. It really did. I mean, I started watching F1 properly in 2021 when he was at McLaren. I have watched pretty much every single season in F1 history on F1 TV since. Obviously, I watched F1 when I was like 6 in like 2012 and 2005. I watched his very, very early Red Bull days, like 2014 and 15. I just don't remember it very much because I was like 10. But yeah, seeing him in that McLaren being extremely slow and then going to RB being a lot slower. But he did pick it up. in the final, you know, couple of races. But yeah, like I said, it's out of order to get rid of him now. There's no reason. You know, there's nothing to be gained. I think they should have kept him until the end of the season. But anyway, now lap number 13 now, Leclerc has a 5-second lead over Verstappen and is still setting fastest mini sectors. Gap between Verstappen and Sainz is 1.5, and we have 2.8 back to Norris, we have 2.5 back to Piastri, 3 seconds back to Gasly. Very impressed with Gasly this race, and Magnussen in fact. They have been very, very good, especially Gasly since his car is literally a tractor. No way Leclerc 5 seconds off. Yeah, and again, fastest sector 1. A 10th up on Verstappen. Yeah, I mean, we're on lap 13. There is still, what, 43 laps left. But Leclerc's tyres ain't seem to be going off anytime soon. But you never know. It can happen in 1 or 2 laps. Oh, excuse me. One lap he looks alright. Next lap he's really slow. Sometimes that does happen. I need Perez on the move so I can actually celebrate something, but this man is just the ultimate pacifist and I hate it. I mean, we saw how difficult it is to overtake at this track. I mean, Piastri in the sprint race only gained, what, 3 places? Actually, no, was it more than... Yeah, no, it was more than that, because he started, what, 15th and finished 9th. No, 10th. But still, he found it very difficult to overtake, even on like, Alpines and stuff. Someone else has just made an overtake, but I couldn't tell you who. I think it was George Russell overtaking Valtteri Bottas. Even Russell, you can see, I mean, 13 laps in, 3 places up. I know he's gained 6, but one of them was his teammate crashing out. Actually, technically, they got Zhou Guanyu who spun on his own, Ocon spun on his own, Albon had to pit. So he's only actually overtaken 2 drivers so far, being Stroll who went off, and Bottas who he just done. So, yeah. I need to be on top of the update in the laps as well. I'm very, very slow. But through Sector 1, 26.7, 26.8, once again, Leclerc is up. Sainz and Norris improving. And it's been a bit of a dull race so far. I mean, Hamilton crashing out was a truly wonderful experience. I'm so glad I got to watch that live, because that was just fantastic. I should actually... Wait, where's my mobile device? I need to jot down some notes that I can turn into some YouTube shorts later. Right, there we go. Okay, anything going on? So Zhou Guanyu actually comes into the pits on that previous lap. Onto the brand new medium tyres. George Russell now overtaking Franco Colapinto as well. That's very nice. Well done, Posh Spice. I don't know why I call him that. It's because he's posh, but so am I, to be fair. And he's up to P13. I just realised as well, because Hamilton went off and crashed, my prediction's now just not going to happen. Because I had Hamilton as P8, and he's obviously not here. What the hell is Perez doing? I told you, he waits. Like, he's so focused on management and, like, doing exact lap times that he's almost like a robot. Like, he follows a program. If he just sent it up the inside of Tsunoda, then that's fine. Do it! That's why supporting him is so frustrating. I wish, I said it yesterday, I wish I could go back in time and make my brain support a different driver. Not because I dislike Perez. I still, like, Perez will always be my favourite. It's just, he's so slow and disappointing. So, yeah. You alright, Aaron? Good evening. But, like, yeah, he's just so, like, that is it. He is so disappointing. You know? Like, he's always, like, you know, barely getting into Q3. And he's always optimistic as well. Before this race, he's like, yeah, we can have a good race. I want to have a good one for the fans. And yes, it might be a bit of PR. It always is. But he always seems so like, yeah, I'm ready. Just to sit behind Tsunoda. Like, look, again, he's getting closer. He is 0.2 behind. But he doesn't go for it. If that's me on the F1 game, I'm sending it like I'm silly every day of the week. Come on, man. Oh, anyway, I'm going to ignore him. Charles Leclerc crosses the line to start lap 16. I've actually messed up the lap counter completely. And he now has a 6-second lead. What a driver. What F1 team do you support? Well, I'll give you a clue. I'm currently wearing a Red Bull shirt. Behind the camera, I have a Max Verstappen poster that I made myself. I've got a Max Verstappen cardboard cutout behind me. I have got a Max Verstappen poster I made there. A Sergio Perez poster I made there. I have 2 signed Red Bull shirts from each driver there. I've got a Max Verstappen poster over there. And I've got 2 model Red Bull cars. One of them from the 2021 season. The other one is the Turkey Special. So guess. Send it like Verstappen? Exactly. Valtteri Bottas coming into the pits as well now. So both Saubers stopping a little bit early, to be honest. So, I mean, they're obviously going for 2 stops now. Leclerc, though, still showing good pace. Like, he's very, not just good, consistent. He is always in that 26.7, 26.8 range. And so is Verstappen. He's always in the 26.8 as well. Very, very impressive, I must say. Perez is a little bit closer to Tsunoda on this occasion. He still won't go for it because he's a little bitch, but, you know, he's going to get closer at least. There you go, at 0.5. Getting closer, 0.3, but once again just stays behind him. I feel like now Tsunoda doesn't have DRS, this should be easy pickings for Checo, but that's my driver. I think Sauber had another slow stop as well on Bottas. Do you think Stroll will bottle it? Bottle what? Just like, in general? Of course I do. I always say this is Lawrence's master plan. He is spending hundreds of millions. He's got Adrian Newey. He's got Fernando Alonso. He's got a brand new factory at Silverstone Circuit. He is trying to make his son a World Drivers' Champion. And he won't stop until it happens. And in fact, I genuinely believe that he will start paying Alonso in the tens and tens of millions to let Stroll by. Stroll always bottles it. He does. But he has been... I mean, apart from so far where he lost it a little bit and lost some places, he's been very, very good. Not very good, but he's been closer to Alonso than normal. You know, he's actually sort of been with him, kind of. But that's only been for like the last 3 or 4 races. Other than that, it's not even close. Nothing else to write down so far. We on... Oh my god, why am I so... I'm so busy talking, I keep forgetting to update the lap counter. Leclerc now with a 7-second lead once again. 26.7, 26.8 for the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Lando's pace is also a bit underwhelming, to be honest. I mean, the McLarens have been very crap. Let's be real. They just have. And I think, actually, Checo Perez up the inside of Tsunoda. Come on, please. Give me something to rejoice over. Please. It's all I ever want in my life. Yes? Don't get switched back by Yuki fucking Tsunoda. I'm begging of you. Wait, no, come back! Come back! Wait, we're back! Yes! He's done it! An overtake! Yes! It only took 17 laps, but he has finally overtaken an RB. What a driver! Yes! I thought he got switched back then, but he didn't. Now he needs to clear off as quickly as possible and not get sent up the inside. Also, Kevin Magnussen now stopping for his first stop of the race. So he'll probably drop down into a nice gap behind Albon and ahead of Valtteri Bottas. But yes! Rejoice! Did he actually nearly get... Did he nearly get switched back? Not really. Tsunoda tried it. Didn't really work, though. Update the lap. Oh, thank you. What a legend. And I have updated it. See, the one time you remind me, I've actually already done it. That's pretty good. Leclerc, 7.5 ahead. Actually, for the first time in this race, a Sector 1 slower than Verstappen, a 26.9, 39.8 through the second sector. Verstappen's going to set a 40.2. So, Leclerc was slowing down a bit, and then Verstappen slowed down a bit. And yeah, even though Leclerc's slowing down a bit, he's still the fastest car on track. Now, Perez already has a 1.3 second lead over Tsunoda. So that's what I mean by he, like, follows a program. He waits, and he's patient. because look how much quicker he can be. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's already 1.5 ahead after half a lap. So if he's got this pace, use it! So I can't be bothered. Okay, anyway, lap number 19. Take a look at the Sector 1 time. Sainz is, like, probably, like, the closest driver to making an overtake at the moment. He's only 1.7 behind Verstappen. Through Sector 1, a 27 dead by Leclerc. He's slowing down a bit. Verstappen goes and puts it at 26.9, so Verstappen might start catching a little bit. But then again, Leclerc might be managing more. He might not be slowing down because his tyres are dead. He might just be managing them a bit because he's got an 8-second margin. So Gasly also in, and Tsunoda. I think Tsunoda might be looking for the undercut on Hülkenberg. Gasly looking for the undercut on Perez to extend his gap over him. Whether the undercut or overcut is better, I don't know. I do think the undercut is going to be better today because it seems the tyre deck is actually quite high. That is coming from someone that knows literally zero about tyres or anything like it. So, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, okay, cool. Through to Sector 2s. Verstappen is really bad in Sector 2. Wow. 8-second lead for Leclerc now. Now, let me just quickly go on here. I just need to quickly check something. I don't think you'll miss anything in the 15 seconds on my way. I don't even know if this doesn't, like... Yeah, okay, I'll just have to do that every couple of seconds. For some reason, when I go out of the tab of, like, the thing, it, like, stops. But just give me a second. I need to check something. Okay, cool. I'm back. God, now I've got to get all my live chats up. Ugh. And this, and this. Okay, lap number 20. Here we go. Lawson's going for it. He is going for it. He is currently fighting George Russell. And wasn't it... Wait, no. Never mind. So Leclerc through Sector 1, 2 tenths down of Verstappen, who actually sets his best Sector 1 of the race, as does Sainz, and Norris, and Piastri, and Hülkenberg, and... Okay, pretty much the whole grid's done it, never mind. WF1 streamer, thanks, mate. I mean, this is the only real-life F1 stuff I do, the watch-alongs. I do have another channel where I talk about, like, real-life opinions of F1, a bit like, if I don't know if you know him, Mark Goldbridge does it with football. Just spouts bollocks about the sport. But it's inactive at the moment because I don't know what to do for it. But yeah, this is great. And of course, I will be here next weekend and the weekend after. Can you put the lap counter above the leaderboard? I can't really because the leaderboard is, like, stuck there. I can't, like, move the leaderboard down because then the track will move down and then everything at the top that is hidden will come down and it just won't work. Yeah, my apologies, but that just cannot stand. Oh, for God's sake, I don't get everything up again. I don't think it's too bad. And obviously, right, if you actually watch F1, you're used to being at the top left, but it's not the end of the world, is it? Leclerc with an 8.5 second lead still. He is, you know, slowing down, but the gap ain't going down, so who really cares, to be honest? Perez now getting his lap times down slightly. He's still obviously way off the leader's pace, but he's getting it down. Yeah. I'm not happy about that pace, really. I mean, 39.7, 40 dead, 39.8, 39.9, 39.8, 40.2. Realistically, how do you lose 13 seconds to the car ahead in 21 laps? I know you're stuck behind Tsunoda, but for crying out, that's what I mean. Just send it up the inside like you're silly. It isn't difficult, do you know what I mean? But Perez is now improving. His lap times are getting sort of, sector times at least, are getting sort of similar to the front runners. A DNF, yeah. Shut up. Anyone getting close to a move? Oh, George, surely Russell's got this in the bag. Look at him. What's the gap going to be? It's 0.5. He's got that. Come on. Actually, no, don't come on. Lawson, defend for your life. Russell, crash. Please. It'll make me really happy. Russell going for it. He's probably just going to get past him before the corner even comes up. And he does. What a loser. Realistically. So George Russell now up to P8. He has gained 12 places in this race, which means he is at a virtual, because obviously there are some drivers that have stopped, being Gasly and Tsunoda. He would be at a virtual P9? Maybe. I want Verstappen to crash. Oh, that's the last thing I want. We are opposites. I assume you want Verstappen to crash, because then Lando can catch up. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Nothing against Max. Oh, I have everything against Russell. I hate him. I'd love him to spin and just snap a toe. I was going to say break his leg, but that's a bit too far. Nearly 9 seconds now between Leclerc. Sainz is in. I didn't even realise. Carlos Sainz in. I think he's had a slow stop. Go away, go away, go away. Start off. Leave. No, it's 2.6. It's actually really fast. Never mind. Sorry, Ferrari. I wasn't familiar with your pit stop game. That's pretty fast. So Sainz in quite early, to be honest, and goes out onto the hard tyres. So, one-stop race it is. Which means... So Albon is doing a 2-stop then. And so is Zhou Guanyu. Not ideal. I was expecting Leclerc. So was I, to be honest. They must think that there's some pace left, which there are. Hang on. Leclerc's definitely coming in this lap. You can see he's setting green mini sectors. He's pushing now. Here we're seeing an overtake between a Magnussen and Albon. Albon pushing Magnussen off. That is the battle for P14 and 15. Magnussen stopped recently and is now past Albon. So that's good for him. Who just overtook him? Oh, it was Stroll trying to get past. Or did Magnussen just overtake him? I think Stroll just lost the place to Magnussen. But Sainz with 2 fastest sectors, of course he's going to be. He's on them brand new tyres. I wonder how powerful... He might undercut Max Verstappen here. That is a very real possibility that might happen. Fastest sector 1 as well, so... He's flying along nicely. Poor Joe and Bottas. I don't feel bad for Zhou Guanyu, like I said. He's crap. I feel bad for Bottas, though. He is so much better of a driver than to be running around 5 seconds behind in P18. Like, he deserves so much better than that. And this is probably his last season in F1. Of course, Nico Hülkenberg is driving there next season. Horrible, you know, career choice by Hülkenberg for now. Because Sauber doesn't look like they're going to get better. Haas looks like they're going to skyrocket soon with, you know, Toyota coming in. And the other candidates, you know, you got Teo Porcher, you got Felipe Drugovich, you got Gabriel Bortoleto. There's some great options. And Franco Colapinto. Audi might change, yeah. Audi, no, I didn't think about that. Will Hülkenberg even be driving at that point, though? I mean, I suppose it's only 2 years, but it'll be, what, 38? I mean, that's still pretty young, given how long Fernando Alonso's, you know, looking to be here for. He's looking to be here for another, like, 4 or 5 years. But I don't know. Carlos Sainz sets the fastest lap of the race. At the moment, he is ahead of at least that way. He's at least P3 so far. If we just use the, I don't know exactly what it is, but if we use the average pit stop time of 20 seconds... And then, so Sainz, its gap to Verstappen is what? Oh, maths. That's 17, right? Or is that the gap to Norris? But it's 10 to get to Piastri, 4 to get to not... Yeah. Oh, Sainz is already P2, like, virtually. Once Verstappen and Leclerc pits, he'll be P2. Cool! That is definitely going to happen. Perez's pace is still just woeful. Wonder when everyone else is going to stop, because, I mean... 20... What? When did Sainz pit? Lap 22, I believe. That is quite early, really. No, it isn't. That's not early at all. That's, like, just under half race distance. I genuinely thought that so many more drivers would have come in by now. Interesting. I feel like Checo should come in, to be honest. He's not diffing... He's not, like... This is how slow he is. Russell's almost caught up to him. Russell is only 4 seconds behind already. Bear in mind, Perez started 9th. Russell started 20th from the pit lane. Fun! Norris right behind Verstappen. He is. He's 3 seconds in catching fast. He is pushing. He's giving it the fucking beans. 2 tenths up in Sector 1. 2.8 seconds. Honestly, I think Lando should pit. I think Checo should pit. I think Leclerc should pit. And they all undercut Verstappen. And obviously Leclerc will extend his lead out front. Then again though, after my F1 manager video that released about half an hour ago, you'll see that I should not be the one calling strategy. It'll be funny, it would be funny. Seeing Verstappen drop down to like P6 because like everyone else undercut him. Didn't that happen in Spa as well? He kept getting undercut by everyone. Or is it Monza? I don't remember. Oh, I can't read that. There's a team radio from Verstappen. He says, left-hand side tyres are really bad. Oh, Nelly. I think I can play team radios, but... Oh, yeah, I can just do this. Singapore 23 as well. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd, but as I say that, Verstappen's done the opposite. He's doing the undercut. Verstappen pits. So we're talking about what if everyone else undercuts him? No. And look at that as well. Carlos Sainz is well clear by about 3 seconds. So we're all talking about how Verstappen might get undercut by everyone. And Verstappen's done it. He's decided to undercut everybody else. Lovely. So now I assume the rest of the field are going to start pitting because, I mean, Leclerc has a very big gap. I still think he should stop though. Why take the risk? Get him in and get the track position. Please. My goodness. I love it how Checo had 6 yellow mini sectors, but had his fastest sector time so far. What does that even mean? How does that work? I have no idea. We can see Leclerc coming around the big horseshoe. Let's see if any of the other front runners stop. Surely they have to stop at this point. There is 30 laps left. They have to. And here comes Charlie. Yes, it is. There you go. Charlie covering off Max Verstappen to pit. Now, Lando Norris, what we thinking? Is one of the McLarens going to stop? Ooh. Lando Norris stays out. Okay. What about Oscar? Oscar stays out as well. Like in Baku, Lando got... Yeah, to be fair, Lando's tyre management in Baku was very, very nice. So Lando takes the lead of the race. Of course, 14 seconds behind Leclerc. Virtually. But he takes the lead. Piastri nips up into second to make it a McLaren 1-2. Sergio Perez now stopping. I feel like that was about 5 laps too late. But he's done it nonetheless. And now you can see the McLarens unleashing the speed and power of their very average car. Norris sets the fastest Sector 1 of anybody at 25.5. Piastri sets a 26.7. So, wow. Wait, no, that's a 20. That says 26.5. I'm blind. I apologize. I thought Norris was 1.2 seconds up, but that just wasn't it. Sergio Perez exiting the pits once again. What a surprise. Checo gets put on a really bad strategy. They not only pit him late, but they pit him directly behind another car. Well done, Red Bull. Good. That's only like the 7th time you've done that this season. Good job. Those glasses ain't working. It's because the text is in purple. I can't see purple. Now, my glasses are very important because I'm long-sighted. I can't see shit up close. Behind K-Mag, that's what I mean. Why would you pit him behind K-Mag Just pit him like 2 laps earlier and you don't have to worry about K-Mag, he'll be fine. So now his race is even more screwed. Good job, lads. Lap number 28, Lando staying out, Oscar staying out, Leclerc already only 3 seconds behind, and only 7 seconds behind the lead. Blood is cooking. And, I mean, Sainz does have a 4-second lead over Max Verstappen, but how's that going to play out near the end? Because obviously 4 lap tyre advantage by the end is quite good. Nico Hülkenberg coming into the pits to make his first and most likely only pit stop. There's going to be a lot of traffic for him, though. That is not ideal for Hulky Poo. So there goes Magnussen and Checo going through. Actually, I think Haas might have banged it. Oh, I don't know. Not really. So Hülkenberg's going to come out directly behind Ocon, but look at that gap behind him. That's not too bad, but I feel like if he was like a couple attempts slower, that would have been really nice. A very, very good bit of clean air. Lance Lawrence, whatever his name is, Stroll is in the pits now as well. He will be coming out in P19, which is an absolute disgrace. Sergio Perez he's become the drag reduction system distance from Kevin Magnussen. Will we see an overtake? Probably not, because we're talking about Checo here. Lando Norris coming around the final corner once again, not stopping for some odd reason. I still can't fathom why you're not stopping. Just stop already. Piastri stays out as well. Leclerc sets the fastest lap in the race at 38.6. Only 2 seconds behind Piastri. Mr. Pastry. Sergio Perez overtakes Nico... That's the wrong Haas. He overtakes Kevin Magnussen. Still cost him a decent amount of time, though. Here we're watching a battle between the Alpine and the Williams. I think that's Gasly and Albon. Very nice move by Gasly. He probably wants to push on hard. Yeah, he does. I mean, the McLaren's pace is still pretty good, as Russell sets the fastest Sector 1 of anybody at 26.4. Yeah, the McLaren's pace is really not bad, given, you know, Leclerc and Sainz and Verstappen are all on brand new hards. They're doing similar lap times. It's just, how late do you want to leave it? Why is Oscar dropping off? He might just be mid. He has been very underwhelming this whole weekend, but so has McLaren in general. You'd think with 7 performance upgrades, Red Bull had like 2 and that's it. You'd think with 7 performance upgrades, they'll be flying along, but they've been very mid. There is a black and white flag for Gasly for track limits. Obviously, if he has another track limits in the next 30-odd laps, he'll be getting a nice little 5-second penalty. Lap number 30 now, so 27 laps left. Lando stays out, Oscar stays out. Leclerc, 1.4 behind. Who's the better Ferrari this entire season? Oh, Leclerc by miles. It always was Leclerc. I feel like people look at the Drivers' Championship and think, oh, Sainz was pretty good. Or in 2021 when Sainz beat Leclerc. No, that's like Tottenham beating West Ham 4-1, even though West Ham were better for like 60 minutes of it. It's like, the result doesn't show what actually happened. But Sainz, I think Sainz during his Ferrari stint has been fucking amazing. Like, people rate Leclerc as this world-class, world champion material driver, and Sainz is always with him, apart from the odd race. He is always, like, 1 or 2 places behind, always within, like, 10 seconds, and also very close to him in qualifying, sometimes beating him. Very, very impressive. And then he gets dropped down to Williams for some washed 39-year-old. That's just depressing, really. I mean, Albon Sainz is a very, very, very good driver lineup, but Williams, like, yeah. Lando Norris team radio. This... Lando's engineer says this is the Germany situation. Stick to tyre delta. What's the Germany situation? Was that their, like, field trip back in 1949 or whenever, 1939? What's the Germany? That's definitely what he said as well. He definitely said that's the Germany situation. What does that mean? We've not been to Germany in 5 years! I have no idea, but Lando's going to stay out with a 26.7, Piastri at 26.5, 26.6, sorry, Leclerc 26.5, Sainz 26.7. Fantastic. I'm as lost as you are. I don't know what that means. I think Liam Lawson's race so far is underrated. Yes, he still has to stop, but he is currently up 12 places. I mean, when he stops, he'll lose about, let's see, like 4, 7, 10, 15. He'll go to about P14, so about where his teammate is, but that's very impressive. Leclerc overtakes Piastri for P2, and he's only 4 seconds off Lando. I don't understand McLaren's strategy at the moment, because I think what they're trying to do is leave it as late as possible so they're hard tyres at the end, and they can just give it the fucking beans and push along. I don't think they're going to catch up in time, because Leclerc will be about 25 seconds ahead of Lando when he eventually stops. So I don't really understand it, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just as lost as anyone else is, to be honest. And as I say that, Lando, his team pulled a trigger, as his engineer said, and he's in. But again, he's going to be like 19, 20 seconds behind. I mean, he'll be ahead of Russell and, behind Verstappen, but, he's got 6 lap newer tyres than Verstappen, 10 lap newer than Sainz, 5 lap newer than Leclerc. That's not, race changing, to be honest. You'll probably be, 2-3 tenths faster a lap based on that, advantage? That's nothing. Perez is also approaching his old rival, Franco Colapinto. At the moment as well, his pace is pretty mid, but he should be ahead of Russell when Russell pits. Let's see, 4, 10, and 5. Yeah, so he should get ahead of Russell when Russell, Lawson, and Colapinto pits, but yeah, I think P6 is the absolute maximum for Checo today, as Esteban Ocon also stops. McLaren's done a shit strategy. So far, they have. I don't really understand what it was. I think what they should have done is what Sainz did, which is pit very, very early, or even 2 or 3 laps earlier than anyone else, and get the undercut. You can see how it's playing out for Sainz so far. Yes, there is still 30 odd, or 25 odd laps left, but he's currently P3. Once, Piastri pits, it'll be a 1 and 2 for Ferrari, and he's 4 seconds ahead of Verstappen, and Verstappen ain't really catching. So, I feel like if Lando stopped really early, about when Sainz did, he could have undercut his way, maybe P1, but most likely P2, as Oscar now stops as well. I just think it's, just a bit of a woeful strategy. Okay, wait, check something again. Okay, cool. Checo Perez catching up to his old rival, Franco Colapinto. Team radio from Lando Norris. Lando suggests yellow G3, yellow G3. We've had our second track limits to 12 back to Verstappen, 6.3. And I think he meant he went track limits in turn 12, 6.3 to Verstappen, which ain't, it's 6.8. So there's the team radio for you. Horribly translated by yours truly, Fat Crib. Oscar behind Russell. I think he just got past him. Unless he was ahead and I'm blind. Alright, come on, Checo. Overtake your good old rival, Colapinto. He seems to always be in your way. I mean, he's only 0.9 behind, so I don't think he's going to get that done. He was behind. Okay, so he was behind, got past, got it. Thank you for the recon. Right. I desperately need Colapinto, Lawson, and Russell to pit just so Perez can be unleashed. You know, like, unleash the thing. The Mexican minister of mid. Do it. Go. Have I got the laps right? Lap 34. Oh, there you go. Cool. And, yeah, the Ferraris are now, of course, 1-2. Lando versus Oscar, who's better? Oh, Lando, still. But, you know, maybe next season, maybe not. I think Lando, for his first season, having a championship-winning car has been a bit crap. I mean, Oscar had Hungary, which he shouldn't have won. I still think Lando should just have won that race and took it away. He won it. Piastri has had some good drives, of course, Baku. But then so has Lando. You think Zandvoort. Singapore wasn't actually that good because, yes, he won by a decent margin, but he almost crashed about 7 times a lap. But I do think Lando is way better than Oscar, but you gotta take into consideration, this is Lando's, 5th season? It's only Oscar's 2nd. And Oscar is already about equal, just a little bit worse. So I reckon, you know, a season or two's time, Oscar could be ahead. But for now, I think it is still Lando Norris. Alex Albon is now stopping for his second stop. He'll be going on to maybe the soft tyres? I mean, there's only like 22 laps left. I assume the hards. What about Williams? What you mean, like, Albon against Sainz? Or have I got that wrong? We're on lap... This race has not been very long. I mean, I've only been here an hour, and we're already way over halfway through. That's a bit mad, really. Oh, Albon and Colapinto, sorry. Oh, that's actually a great question. I think Albon, but actually, no, I don't. I'm lying. I think they're about equal. I mean, Colapinto out-qualified Albon in Baku. Yes, Albon left his fuel tank thing in, or his air thing in for some reason. He out-raced him as well. Monza, Colapinto was very close on his debut. He's beat him in yesterday's sprint quali. Oh no, Friday's sprint quali. He was only 8 milliseconds or something away from beating him in normal quali. I think they're about equal, but that's a testament, if anything, to how good Colapinto is, or how bad Albon is. Because obviously he's been farming against Latifi and Sargent for the last 3 seasons. So, it's tricky. But I do think, you know, give Colapinto a whole season of F1, not just like 8 races, and he will be way better. I think he'll clear Albon. Fastest Sector 1 for Lando Norris. He's 4.5 seconds behind Verstappen. This is obviously quite big for the Drivers' Championship if he can catch up. Bottas behind Alonso, he is. Cool, you're good at your recon. I mean, I'm too busy looking at, like, sector times and lap times and stuff to be, rather than, like, overtakes and stuff, which, you know, maybe I got my priorities wrong. I probably should be looking at overtakes, to be honest, but there you go. Sergio Tequila Perez, still getting closer to Colapinto, but not enough. He needs to get past. He doesn't need to get past. He can vibe at the moment. But, you know, there's only 15 seconds to Russell, which means once he pits, Perez will be about 7-8 seconds ahead, and then he has to actually defend. He needs to, like, keep catching, which he is. He is faster every lap, but yeah. Oh, itchy head. Albon and Joe Guan, you having a bit of a scrap? The absolute mid-off. Mexican Minister of Defense. Maybe not. Maybe he's, like, lost his touch a little bit, but of course he is. Although, to be fair, his only real proper defense was, of course, the Abu Dhabi 21, which single-handedly won Max Verstappen a championship. I mean, obviously, there was loads of things that happened that day, but if Perez... One of them was that if Perez didn't defend the way he did, Hamilton would have had the gap to pit and be fine. So, yeah. He had more. He definitely had more. I just can't remember them. Zhou Guanyu in the pits for his second stop or his third stop? No idea. Second stop, I think. Because he pitted just after he spun. Lap 37 now, a 38.6 by Leclerc, a 38.6 by Sainz, 38.7 by Verstappen, a 38.3 by Norris, got that gap down to under 4 seconds. 38 dead by Piastri, 39.9 by Russell. You can see the pace gap because of how old their tyres are. And you can see how much time Checo's losing behind these cars. And he still can't overtake. Leclerc with the fastest Sector 1. I don't know if I already said that. He's flying along today. 7 seconds ahead of his teammate. That's nice. And Liam Lawson, finally, the first of the 3 drivers to finally stop in this race. My goodness, it's finally happened. Took about half an hour, but he's finally done it. And he actually comes out in a really nice position. Actually, wheel to ahead. Ooh! He comes out ahead of Tsunoda. Wow! That's very impressive, really. And he's obviously got 18-lap newer medium tyres. Okay. 5-second penalty for Tsunoda as well. Oh, it's doubly bad for him. Not only has he just been done by his teammate, but he's just been given a 5-second penalty for forcing another driver off track. And there's also a 5-second penalty for Pierre Gasly for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. I don't know if that's track limits or pushing someone off. Checo Perez fighting with Colapinto. I don't think he's got that place done. Lando Norris has now got that gap down to 3.2. He's catching by about half a second a lap, which is enough so far. Checo Perez up to P7. Rejoice! Happiness can be mine. Now, Russell is staying out, so that allows Checo to catch up a little bit more, but probably not too much. His gap is currently 17 seconds, which means once Russell pits, the gap will be about 22 seconds. Not, that's just really stupid. No, it isn't. No, ignore me. 5 seconds. Which I don't think Perez will be able to hold on for that long. Because it's him. But we move! Top 3 drivers basically equal through Sector 1. Sainz of Verstappen setting the exact same Sector 1s. Lando Norris, under 3 seconds, at 26.3. This is the championship fight that means nothing, because even if Lando gets past Verstappen, it changes nothing. He gains what? By overtaking, he gains 3 points. Wow! Underrated streamer, not gonna lie. Thank you, mate. Battle of the Houses. What, bro? I need to hire you or something, bro. Your recon is incredible. I'm not even noticing these things. I mean, they're both in the points at the moment, and they're looking good to keep it. Very good, actually. Double points for Haas would be extremely nice. I'd love that a lot. That's what I find really funny, is that if they're getting the same points for finishing 9th and 10th than they did in the sprint, finishing 7th and 8th. That's why I think the sprint's just kind of irrelevant. I mean, if they finish 7th and 8th in the sprint, in the main Grand Prix, rather than getting 3 points, they'd get what? 6 and 8. They get 14, which is crazy. Leclerc with 6.6 second lead over Sainz. That is going down very quickly. That's going down by about half a second a lap. That's very impressive. Sainz is cooking at the moment. Although Leclerc is up in Sector 1. Verstappen at 26.4. Norris at 26.4. The only chance that Lando's performance so far actually means anything is if he can go and catch Sainz as well. Which I don't think he can. But if he can go and catch Sainz... Oh. Kevin Magnussen has stopped. Why has he done that? He could just go to the end. That's interesting. And yeah, you're right as well. Lawson and Gasly having a scrap. Liam Lawson as well. Fastest Sector 2 of anybody so far this race. A 38.9. No real other battles going on. We are still, of course, waiting for Colapinto and Russell to stop. You get the feeling Russell's going to come out on the soft tyres, and so is Colapinto. We only have like 14, 15, actually no, it's a bit more than that. There's like 17 laps left. I think they're going to go on the softs. Lando 2.5 as well, you're absolutely correct, 2.4 now. But yeah, like I said, unless Norris can go and catch Sainz as well, which I don't think he can, because Sainz is too quick, it's 3 points. That isn't enough to even get remotely close to winning the championship. So I feel like people are overestimating how close of a championship fight this is. I think Verstappen will probably still wrap it up by the penultimate round or something. Points are points, oh exactly, but I think like the maths is that if it's obviously still doable, but Lando only gains 3 points. He'll have to win every single race until the end of the season. If Verstappen finishes second, of course that cannot happen. Verstappen can have a DNF, Lando gets like 4th, that's 12 points. That's pretty good. Exactly, one Verstappen DNF and it's game on, that's exactly right, but yeah, it's going to take a bit of a miracle to get Verstappen to DNF. The only chance is if someone clarks into him that isn't Lando. Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the race as well, 37.8, as we are now on lap number 40. Franco Colapinto finally stopping. Now, will we see a soft set or a medium set? I assume a medium set, so he's going to be, yeah, he is. He's going to be very, very fast. Tsunoda and Gasly as well, you're absolutely correct. They're on exactly equal tyres, both 21 lap old hards. Gasly's fallen off quite massively though. I was very impressed with him today, being P6 throughout the majority of it, but he's just fallen off badly. He's gone behind Hülkenberg, behind Lawson, which Lawson's had an unbelievable race so far. P19 to P9 is stupid. Incredibly fast. Depressing because I want him to do bad, because Twitter will be really funny. But I like the bloke. Fair play to him. Well done. P9, looking good to keep P9 as well. I don't think he can go and catch Hülkenberg, but have a great race. Perez gapping. Perez is gapping, but he's not really catching Russell, which is what we need him to do. Because like I was saying, say Russell pits now, which he does. There you go. Bosh. Russell pits. Perez will only be about 7 seconds ahead. And we will have 16 laps left, and Russell will be on 13 lap newer, fresh medium tyres. Perez is finished, pretty much, is the message of the day. Gap between the Ferraris is 6.3, Lando now under 2 seconds. Actually, Perez's gap might be a little bit, way larger than I think it is. Yeah, I've got that completely wrong. Let's see what the gap's going to be. So 3.5. Come on, update. Please! That is actually really good, though. That's what, 10 seconds? Jeez, bad pit for Merck. Oh, was it? It was a slow stop. Yuki Tsunoda! Yuki Tsunoda's round at turn 1! Oh, no! Yuki, no! Yuki! 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 He's lost it, the stupid bugger. Yuki's round and I don't think he's out because he's got going again, but he has spun and dropped down to P14. That's unlucky, really. Actually, Colapinto can probably go and score points now. Come on, Franco! Let's go, Franco! I'm starting the Franco Colapinto propaganda. Him versus Magnussen, both of them against Gasly. Come on! And Hülkenberg might save Checo here because, yes, Russell's going to catch quick, but there is a Hulky poo in the way. Oh, this is going to be quite an exciting end, maybe. Lap 42, gap between the Ferraris, 6 seconds. Sainz is still catching. Fastest lap overall, 37.8, and the fastest sector one, a 26.221. 220, actually. Norris 1.5, you are correct indeed. He is catching. Maybe in a couple of laps' time he will out. He's got plenty of time as well, to be honest. He's still got like 14 laps to catch up and pass. He definitely ain't catching Sainz. But yeah, not gonna lie, this race feels like it's taken forever. Really, I think the opposite. I think it's gone very, very quick. Although it is looking to be about normal time, about an hour and a half. I mean, I started at 8, and it's gonna finish at about 9:30, which is about an hour and a half, which is normal. Tsunoda and Bottas, yeah, Bottas trying to reel in. Tsunoda has track limit lap time deleted. He still hasn't got a black and white flag, but you still don't want to be going off track, really, do you? I want to see if, like, I can get a replay of that Russell pit stop. Just because of how slow it was. But I don't think they're going to show it. Okay, wait. I might be missing something, but I'm trying to see Russell stop. It was a slow stop. 8-second stop for Russell. That might have bottled it for him. So he would have been about 6 seconds closer than he is now. So ahead of Hulkenberg and like 1 second behind Perez. Wow, that's a very clutch factor moment. Okay. I like how Perez is still like considerably slower than the rest of the field, even though he's in clear air. I find that funny. As Russell sets the fastest lap of the race to 37.6. Verstappen pushing. Verstappen, is he pushing? He is pushing. He's improving through Sector 1. Lando Norris has that gap down to 1.2 though. So, you know, give it a couple laps, he might get in there. We got Colapinto, currently 2.3 behind Gasly. Not really catching as much as I thought he would, to be honest, but he is catching. And I think he will catch by the end of this race, and he's gapping Magnussen by a little bit. So come on, Franco. Do it for the Argentinians. That's actually crazy. Who would have thought that the English and the Argentinians would be forging an allegiance? That's an outrageous joke. No, but I like him. I like Colapinto a lot. He's a great driver. Well done. It shows how good some of these F2 drivers can be, because he's never driven an F1 before, of course. And he wasn't even that great in F2. He was like top 7, top 8. Comes here and he's banging it. He's bossing it. He's vibing. So imagine, like, I mean, obviously Ollie Behrman's really good. Imagine if we got, like, all the F2 drivers. That's actually a really good idea. What if we put all the F2 drivers in F1 cars? That could be fun. Being a McLaren fan since 2020 has been hell. Almost became a Merc fan. I am great. Crazy arc after the Falcons War. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Oh, I'm definitely getting ill. Not great. There's a sprint in 25 with only rookies. Yeah, I saw that. It was meant to be this year, but didn't they say, like, they couldn't get it sorted for some reason? But yeah, that's actually such a cool idea. Because there will definitely be some. Behrman, Colapinto, Antonelli, Zane Maloney maybe, Bortoletto. Who else would be quite good? I reckon Zach O'Sullivan might be pretty good. Maybe Paul Aaron as well. But yeah, I think they'll all be very, very good. And we are actually seeing an influx in track limits at the moment. We've got Piastri, we've got Hulkenberg, Colapinto, and Magnussen, and Tsunoda again. New idea / sprint only rookies and a mini championship. Yeah, that would be so cool, of course. It won't be very good financially, but that would be a really cool idea. And very entertaining. You can actually give these F2 drivers a proper trial, not just a practice session or two, and see how good they can be. I like it. Lando Norris, half a second behind Verstappen, going through Sector 1. Is this the moment we see a move? And quite an important move, maybe. Of course, Lando at the moment would lose 3 points to Verstappen. If he makes the move, he will gain 3 points over Max Verstappen. Let's see it. They're coming round the, I'm calling it. I know it's not a hairpin. I'm calling it a hairpin because I feel like it. Down the back straight. Here we go. Lando Norris DRS enabled, but he's 0.8 behind, which is nowhere near close enough. I think you need to be about 0.4, 0.5 at the exit of the corner. Excuse me, to make the move. George Russell overtakes Hulkenberg through turn 1. And that isn't too great for Checo Perez. He's only, yeah, Checo's fucked, basically. That's the message. Perez will most likely finish P7 in this race. Unlucky. Colapinto now inside the DRS of Gasly. I really want to see him get points. That would be really, really awesome, especially with his teammate struggling down in P18, being as mid as ever. We also have a nice little three-way fight going on between Ocon, Bottas, and Stroll for P16, 15, 16, and 17. Just completely irrelevant, but it is going on. Norris into turn 1, can't get close enough to make the move on with strap-on. But he's getting closer. Black and white flag for Hulkenberg track limits. One more track limits, and you're getting a 5-second penalty, which at the moment would actually put him behind... no, it wouldn't put him behind. He'd be fine. And there it is. Colapinto makes the move. Well done. We love that from you. Franco Colapinto up into P10. That is a fantastic drive so far. Him and Lawson, crazily impressive. Well done to them two. Ugh. Now, let's see if Magnussen can get past as well. We see Bottas and Stroll scrapping away. I think Stroll has got past Bottas, which he has, but they now both have to move out of the way as Charlie is coming through, and there's now only 4.7 seconds between the Ferraris. I don't think Sainz is going to catch up in time, but the fact that Sainz is catching at all on 5-lap older tyres is very, very impressive. Well done. Black and white flag for Oscar Piastri as well. No more track limits for him. Lando Norris half a second behind, going around the penultimate corner. Still close, but obviously not close enough on the exit of the hairpin. Albon now trying to make a move on Bottas for P17. So cool, love that. Colapinto already 2 seconds clear of Gasly. Magnussen half a second behind. I reckon Magnussen can get this move. 6 tenths behind as the DRS starts. I think he should be able to get that move done, especially with the tyre diff. So let's see it. Down the back straight. Go on, K-Mag. Do it for fun. Or not. Just don't. Be an absolute bitch about it. Fine. Knobhead. Gap between Checo and Russell. This is probably the second most important battle right now. The other one being obviously Norris and Verstappen. The gap is currently 0.4 between them. Out the exit of the hairpin. 0.5. That is potentially close enough to get a move done. That's as close as he's been so far. Let's see it. Go on. Down the back straight. He's getting close. Send it like you're silly, son. Or don't. Just don't. That's fine. Don't care. Don't think you should anyway. Loser. I hate this. Just send it. Just go up the inside and send it like you're silly. Maybe on the switchback through the second U-bend. I think he's tried it. He has tried it. And I think they might be going wheel to wheel. Verstappen stays ahead though, but they're now also almost going wheel to wheel through the second U-bend. And Norris is still behind. Great. Right now, Orlando DNF loses the championship. Absolutely. Absolutely it does. If he DNFs, it's done. Unless Verstappen DNFs as well, then actually no, it still will be done. Because he won't be able to catch up in time if Verstappen is driving like he is now, getting like top 3s every race. Gap between Perez and Russell, 4.3 seconds. It's going to be very, very close, but no. Pretty much, just no. Russell is catching an average of about 8 tenths a lap, which of course you take 4.2 seconds, that's like about 5 or 6 laps until he's with him. And there's 9 laps left. So, yeah, not great. Lando Norris sets the fastest Sector 1 so far at 26.181. He's going to be 0.5 behind going around the hairpin. There is some traffic coming up, which could save Verstappen because he might get some DRS assistance. Let's see it, though. 0.7, that is not close enough to go for a move unless he sends it like he's silly from, like, 13 country miles back, which on Verstappen, you can't do. And he doesn't. I feel like that's perfectly fine, and that's okay. Before, though, it's a different story, because he was extremely close. Shut up. Alright. Hang on. There you go. Lap number 49. Here we go. Leclerc getting past Ocon with the blue flags. Lando Norris with the DRS. 0.5 behind is not bad. He might actually get close enough here. He's closing. Nowhere near enough, but he was closing. I think he sent it. Lando Norris up the inside. Lando's done it, I think. No. Verstappen gets the place back. Okay, I want to watch that back because Lando was ahead and then lost it again. So I'm actually intrigued to know how that just occurred. Let's go, Lando. Darn it, Lando. Yeah, that's an appropriate reaction. I want to see what happens. So, Lando with a DRS. I'm now watching the Sky Sports broadcast, which is about 30 seconds delayed. He's on his way. He makes his way up turn 1. Verstappen actually goes on the defensive. Norris goes on the outside. Does the switchback. Oh, Verstappen wasn't even behind at any point. This live timing's just shit. Oh, okay. At the end of Sector 2, goes Norris. Is he going to send it again? No, he doesn't. So Verstappen goes on the inside on a really hard defense for no real reason. And does keep the place. So, I'm sorry, that's just good defending, isn't it? And this is where Verstappen might get saved, because he might get a bit of DRS assistance from Bottas or Albon. Gap between Checo and Russell is now 2.9 seconds. It's definitely done. I need to stop being hopeful. It's over. It's finished. No. Leclerc sets the fastest Sector 1 on the previous lap. I didn't even realise a 26 dead is very, very fast on 23 lap old hard tyres. Also, Sainz has stopped catching Leclerc by a crazy amount. Lando into turn 1 again. Will we see a move going on? No one really knows so far. The traffic might have helped him there. No, Verstappen stays ahead once again. But, yeah, the traffic almost saved Lando and, you know, might have caught them up a little bit. This is like... Verstappen's used to this, though. This is like, Texas 2021, where Hamilton was chasing him, and there was traffic that actually ended up saving him. But, at the time, it was looking a bit scarce. Red Bull downfall 2025 is going to be wild. I hope that doesn't happen. But, yeah, it would be wild. Verstappen fighting for his life. He definitely is. Like, he's actually a stage above that at this point. Russell catching by another 6-7 tenths of a second on that previous lap. Checo sets his best sector of the race, a 26.2. Russell does a 26.1 though. Perez also fighting for his life. Both of the Red Bulls are doing so. Leclerc rounds the final corner to begin lap 51, and we officially have 6 laps left. I was going to say 5, but it's not 5 because obviously you count 51. So 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I could never imagine Red Bull being a back marker. Well, they kind of were when they started. They were slower than Toro Rosso in their early years. But you can't. I think the lowest that they will ever be is, I mean, for like the next like 20, 30 years, I think the lowest they will ever be is like 4th, 5th fastest. Because they've never ever been lower than that, apart from their first like 3 seasons, and that was it. But not even that, because their 3rd season they almost won the championship. Their first 2 seasons they were very slow, and even then they got a couple podiums. So yeah, I don't think they'll ever be slower than like 4th or 5th, but I think they will, you know, stop winning everything at some point. I mean, they're definitely not winning the Constructors this season, but I think Verstappen is almost guaranteed to win the Drivers. But here we go. Lando, 0.5 behind. That is almost enough to get an overtake done. Is he going to go for it? Go on! No. Guess not. Don't feel like it. Fine. Russell is now 1.7 behind Checo. I need to stop thinking that he can do it because Perez can't. Lando Norris on the switchback, potentially getting by. The live timing is breaking horrendously, and Verstappen gets back past. I want to see if Lando was actually passed at some point, or if that's just the live timing being... Usually by the end of the sessions, it gets really bad. In my opinion, Ricciardo, Webber, Verstappen, and Vettel carried Red Bull. Well, yeah, to be fair, that's like 3/4 of all their drivers. But yeah, they have. And by the way, Lando was actually passed at some point, but Verstappen well, he just stuck it round the outside and kept the place. So Lando was actually ahead at some point. That's good to know. That's good knowledge. And you can see how much the live timing's breaking now. But I said it yesterday, I can't complain about this website being slow or something, because I believe it's made by one person. I don't think it's... I don't even know if it's legal or not, because I streamed the official F1 live timing a few times last season or the season before, and I actually got, like, suspended on Twitch because of it. So I use this now. And apart from, like, now where it's a bit choppy, it runs perfectly well. And I rate it. Whoever made it, fantastic. Lando Norris, up the inside of Verstappen. Go on! Is that... Yes! Rejoice! You can now celebrate. Wait, not yet. Wait, I will tell you when you can celebrate. Don't celebrate yet. Wait until Norris gets to the long right. Just wait. Because the switchback can still happen. Right, you can now celebrate. You can now celebrate. Go, do it. Yes! Lando is up to P3. Why am I happy? I want Norris to lose, but I kind of don't at the same time. It's action, it's fun, it's cool. I like that. Well done, Lando. Good job. Now he's actually got to try and defend him. And actually, look at that. Verstappen is right up his arse. Round the final quarter, I think Verstappen might get this place back going up the hill. With the DRS, Esteban Ocon in the pits, I think Verstappen's going to send it again. Verstappen sending it actually outbrakes Lando and retakes the position. I bet you are hating your life. Lando, never mind, you are loving life. Lando Norris fighting back, retakes the place. Oh, come on. That's what you want to see. That was good. I want to see what actually happened. But it seems like Verstappen outbrakes Lando, maybe on a bit wide, and Lando done a switchback. I will tell you now, because I'm going to watch it on Sky Sports. So, down the main straight goes Max Verstappen. You know how these two like to get in some scraps. So, Lando covers off Verstappen very aggressively, goes round the inside and keeps the place. I don't know if that's legal or not, but that was a bit dodgy, to be honest. I don't think it's worth a penalty, but that is dodgy. But we'll see what the stewards think. I mean, they're usually wrong anyway, but we'll see what they think. Basically, Verstappen outbraked him, and he just sharply turned left and just went straight in front of him. Max Verstappen team radio coming through. He needs to give me back, is the message coming through from Verstappen. Lando Norris team radio. I was ahead at the apex, is the message from Lando. And his team agree, so we'll see what the stewards think. I don't know why I mean, I'm not just saying this because like what I'm watching today, as George Russell overtakes Checo Perez as well. Shit. But we expected that. But yeah. I'm not just saying it because, like, of today's race, but just in general. Why are F1 drivers so horrific at wheel-to-wheel racing? Like, why can't they go wheel-to-wheel around a single corner without either pushing each other off or crashing into each other? Are they similar to F1 24 ranked players where they just claw into you because they don't like the fact that they lost and they're slow? FIA stewards, incident involving Norris and Verstappen under investigation, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. I don't think they can really do anything about it though, because Verstappen got back past at some point and then Lando got back past. So, I don't know. And make mistakes, yeah, that as well. But like, they literally can't race. And actually, Checo Perez is back past Russell. How did that happen? When did that happen? Did he switch back him? I think Checo switched backed him, you know. He did! Holy shit! Checo Perez on the switchback! I rate that massively. Fair enough. I rate it. Lando Norris now 2 seconds ahead of Verstappen. He's gone. Don's clear. Russell Would he go for the move on Sergio Tequila Perez? No. Tyre management wizard, absolutely. Lovely. 3 laps remaining of this race. 2 laps remaining, actually. We're now on the penultimate lap of the race. Here we go. I think it's confirmed. Ferrari get a 1-2 finish. I'll speak about that in a minute, but we still have a lot of action to go. We have Russell and Perez is now the main fight on track. And Perez has this DRS. He's got 3 more DRS straights to survive if he wants to keep this P6. And he's survived 1 of 4 so far. He's got the back straight, the main straight, the back straight. And then, obviously, the race is over. So, yeah. Leclerc getting past some traffic of Fernando Alonso. That's actually not too bad. Only the bottom 6 have been, or bottom 7 have been lapped this race. That's not awful. Leclerc rounds the final corner to start the final lap. Here we go. Let's do this thing. We can also see, I think Russell will absolutely get past Checo here. His gap is 0.4. It's going to happen. It's whether Perez can fight back or not. But Leclerc, wow, what a driver. And there goes Russell. So Russell goes through. I think he will be able to keep that place. Just because of the tyre advantage that he got past so much sooner. But not a bad effort by Checo. But yeah, Leclerc, Jesus wept. What a drive. What a driver. Done the incredible switchback of 87 on the inside of turn 1. Got past, you know, Norris and Verstappen. And whoever was P3, I think it was, I don't remember. And Sainz as well. So Sainz, Norris and Verstappen up the inside on the switchback. And basically just went, yeah, what? And then just, he never slowed down, you know, like, he never, like, slugged. He was always the quickest. Sainz was catching him, not anymore. And yeah, Lando could have caught Sainz with a better strategy. Oh, definitely. And if he, like I said, if he pitted a lap before Sainz, he would have finished second today. But because he pitted so late and spent like 10 laps trying to get past Verstappen, Lando ends up coming home P3. So, Leclerc, round the penultimate corner, this is what he does. What a driver. What a season of Formula 1 we are having. Charlie Leclerc is the winner. Well played, lad. That was great. Well done. And, of course, a Ferrari 1-2. 100% deserved. Absolutely 100% deserved. And Sainz gets a Ferrari 1-2. I mean, that's pretty good. Lando Norris at the end catches up by quite a lot, but it obviously doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. This just came through 17 seconds ago. Lando Norris gets a 5-second penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. That's why he pushed so hard at the end, because he tried to get 5 seconds ahead and he misses out by 9/10 of a second. So Verstappen gets the podium in 3rd. Norris finishes 4th. Verstappen gains 3 points in the Drivers' Championship. Piastri finishes 5th. Russell finishes P6. 14 places gained today. Perez finishes P7. I'm disappointed, but I'm actually expectedly disappointed. Hulkenberg P8, and then my star performers of the day, apart from Leclerc, Liam Lawson and Franco Colapinto. Incredible drives from both of them. Well done. I think Lando ain't winning, but he never was going to win. He was always going to lose this championship. And there is also another... Wait, no, that's not what that is. I thought that was another 5-second penalty, but no, that's just track limits for Lando. We're fine. Don't worry, it's just the one 5-second penalty. But, yeah. There you go. That is the United States Grand Prix over. Only one DNF as well, which was Hamilton being a clot and spinning off on his own. That's pretty good, really. But yeah, there you go. Wow, that was a very, very good race. I enjoyed that a lot. And that's another, like, not a different winner, because obviously Leclerc has won this season. He's won, that's his third race win. We've got, what? Leclerc with 3 wins, Verstappen with, like, 7, Russell with 1, Hamilton with 2, Piastri with 2, Norris with 3? What a season. I still think that you're a very interesting streamer. Thank you, mate. I still don't think Lando has got any chance of winning the championship. I don't think he ever did. I think it started back in Imola when he kept crashing. He kept, like, skidding slightly. That lost him that race. Spain, he had the fastest car and just got diffed. So that was another lost 8 points. Hungary decided to be the team player. Shouldn't have done that. Lost another 9 points because he had the fastest lap. No, it was 8 points because that's what you get. So, you know, you take Lando not bottling everything, he could probably be about 20 to 30 points closer. No, in Spain, McLaren were clearly quicker because of Piastri's pace. But, I mean, I will admit, you know, I'm not trying to dig Lando. From the first race, apart from Miami and Spain, Red Bull have been quicker. McLaren have only been quicker since, like, what, Belgium? Hungary, maybe? Yeah, probably Hungary onwards. And even today, McLaren weren't quickest. They were clearly third quickest. Behind, well, I was going to say Red Bull, but Verstappen and the Ferraris. But yeah, that was brilliant. I love that. It's a shame that my light broke because the lighting wasn't too great today. But I enjoyed the stream nonetheless. Now, I need to go and watch something else now. Obviously on my own. Nothing to, like, stream or anything. So I will be ending my stream here. Now, I might as well talk about the next Grand Prix, which I believe should be Mexico. That it is. Of course, Checo's home Grand Prix. I can't wait to feel the full wrath of disappointment in that one. I was absolutely shattered and inconsolable for 3 days after last year's Mexican Grand Prix. I would, of course, be doing watch-alongs for all of that as well. It starts at 7:30 BST next week. Which actually, it's not even next week. It's in 4 days. Or 5 days. That's really cool. I like that. See you next week. I will see you too. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to start pumping out a lot more YouTube videos as well. I'm entering prime form. And yeah, I will see you lot. I might do a couple more streams throughout the week doing some F1 like career mode or something. We'll see. I'm not much of a streamer. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you bastards. Whenever. When I next see you. Goodbye.